Welcome back. Dale Myers with Vision Advanced. Today we need to take a quick look at competitive advantage, the thing that's the greatest driver of your short and long-term success. Competitive advantage is what it seems like. It's what am I doing internally that's going to give me an advantage in terms of marketing and selling my product. How is my product different? What's my unique value proposition? And when I'm selling, my unique selling proposition, what is different about the way I'm providing my service? And and so we talked earlier in some previous videos about you need to go out and talk to your clients, to your prospective customers, and they'll make you rich if they'll tell you what they like about the product, what they don't like about the product or service. And if you act on that information, you'll get a winning product. And as we dive into this concept of competitive advantage, I want to reiterate something I talked about earlier. It's all about having an excellent product or service. My channel is not for you if you're trying to just put some crap out into the marketplace. If you're trying to turn an average product into something spectacular. That's not to say that you perhaps couldn't, but I'm about tried and true processes with some innovation on top. But it's all about let's try to make a very, very good product. Not perfect, but a very good product that has some longevity in the marketplace. So when we're talking about competitive advantage, and this is just the short version, we're going to do a deep dive very soon coming up. Um, we're talking about what's unique about your product or service. How are you doing it? How are you fulfilling the needs of your customers different than your competition? Because you're not going to be the only one providing that service or product in the marketplace forever. Even if you do have a first to market advantage, eventually, if you prove the market conditions, someone else is going to join you. So what are you going to do different? My main business is tutoring and test prep. And there are lots of tutors out there. There's some big major corporations who right now are ignoring me, but I'm managing to carve a pretty decent um, income out of this thing for a number of years now. What I choose to do is within my area of expertise. Now, I can do math, science, English, reading, history. I can do all these different things. I'm, pretty well accomplished in all those areas. But I love math and science. Those are the things that I would do for free. I just happen to be good enough that people pay me and pay me well. But I would do them for free because I love math and science. So therefore, I choose to focus on those things and those things only. And what happens is because these are things I'm passionate about, it comes across when I deal with my clients. They can tell that not only do I know my stuff, but I can communicate it, articulate it in such a way that their child or the adult that I'm working with, I'm able to move them forward a lot faster than everyone else. Part of that is because of what I chose not to do. I chose not to do reading, English, and these other periphery subjects. I could. People, because of my SAT and ACT test prep, I have had many clients in the past literally clamoring, trying to get me to, can you please offer this? When are you going to build X, Y, and Z? Now, in a year and a half or so, I'll probably add on that service, but that's after I've totally cemented myself in my current market space. So the point in telling you all of that is to say that often your competitive advantage is about what you choose not to do. I choose not to focus on these other things so I can put all of my energy into the math and science. Um, I also I went to Georgia Tech, right? It's highly regarded as one of the best science and engineering schools in the world. Well, that's a source of competitive advantage for me when I'm talking about I teach math and science. Okay, it's instant credibility. Um, that's something. So when you have a business, you need to answer the question. Some of the questions you need to answer are why you, why right now, why in this manner, why in the manner that you are choosing to put it out. So if you have uh, a construction company, you better answer that question. Why you? Is it because you have the greatest quality of service? So what I was talking to you about was I have a high quality service. Um, One area that I'm getting better at, I'm putting better systems in place is follow up and customer service. When you're an entrepreneur, and I've been mostly a solopreneur for the last few years. I have a few people, but it's mostly been me. Now I'm bringing more people into this thing, so my systems are getting better. But customer service, when you think of customer service, think of the difference between walking into Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, and your local chicken restaurant. You can get chicken sandwiches anywhere, but with Chick-fil-A, you walk in as, hello, welcome to Chick-fil-A. They're cheerful, they're excited to serve you. That's a source of competitive advantage. We're going to do a deeper dive, but some customers really enjoy that and will pay more for it. Um, so that could be, so again, it could be the quality of your service, how you deliver that service, the speed at which you deliver it can be a source of competitive advantage. A lot of people are now getting into the drop shipping thing, and I have a person I'm mentoring right now who's dealing with the drop shipping, and she's lost some business because a lot of her fulfillers are over in China. Some people want it and they want it now. Guys, you can take advantage of that opportunity. So she and I, we've had discussions about what we could do to shorten that fulfillment cycle. Um, so again, we're going to do a deep dive into it, but I was having these thoughts this morning as I'm revamping my organization and the different things that I need to do to make sure that I keep my existing competitive advantage, and what else can I do? So one of the biggest things, you want to satisfy your customers. Let's tie a couple of videos together. So I talked in a previous video about going out and talk to your customers. If you give them what they want when they want it, and actually give them a little bit more, you're going to do what's called increasing the customer switching cost, because your competitors are trying to put you out of business. They are trying to get your customers. But the more ways you fulfill your customers and give them the things that they want, delight them, and give it to them when they want it, how they want it, and sometimes even going above and beyond, when the competitor comes up to talk to them, you're not only selling on price, they're leaving a known value in you. You're giving them lots of value beyond just the service, just the sale. So that can be a huge source of competitive advantage. Again, back to my example. When I first started tutoring, I was $25 an hour just because I thought that would gain me entry into the marketplace, and it did. So again, we're going to have a deep discussion about pricing, but I use that very quickly to enter the marketplace. But then I quickly bumped it up to 35. And then I was like, I'm producing the results that I knew I was going to produce because I was already tutoring for other people and I've been doing it for years. So I quickly went on up. Now I charge, very well for what it is I do. And, but the point is, I don't compete on price. When someone says to me, well, I can find that cheap elsewhere. Well, no. You can find a cheaper tutor elsewhere, but what you won't get are these particular things right here. But I respect your right to make that decision, but be crystal clear on what you're giving up and the long-term implications to you or the child that you are trying to help. Because I am a problem solver. I teach problem solving skills, and just teaching your child mathematics is a mere consequence of me teaching them how to solve problems. So there's a bigger issue at play here. So understand, did you hear what I just did there? Yes, I solved the problem of tutoring, but the real deal is I teach problem solving skills that will serve your child later on in life, so that when they land in their first job, their last job, they're seen as a problem solver. And in case you hadn't figured it out, the people at the top of the food chain in your organization, they get paid to solve problems, human problems, engineering problems, whatever they are. They get paid to solve problems. So knowing the value of the problem that you solve is related to achieving competitive advantage. Now, here's the thing. This is a short video. You can read 1,000-page books on competitive advantage. I in no way was intending this to be an all-encompassing thing, but I wanted you guys that haven't started your business, those of you that are already in your business, this is something you have to constantly be revisiting, because what works today may not work tomorrow, or what worked last year may be changing rapidly on you. again, in my area, my main business, um, we're tweaking things because we're getting ready to enter the online space a little more. We've been doing one-on-one uh, tutoring for a while, but we're going into a new arena with some multimedia educational products, and it's different. So some of the things that have worked in our existing space, not probably not going to be so as we move forward. So you have to constantly be asking yourself these questions. So having said that, this is just a brief intro into competitive advantage. You need to ask yourself some of these questions that we've talked about today. What are some things that have worked for you guys so far? What have been your biggest challenge in terms of finding competitive advantage for your business? I'd love to hear that in the comments below. Again, my name is Dale Myers with Vision Advance. Please thumbs up the video, like, subscribe, share it with a friend. We're happy to be of service to you. Have a great day.